quarterback will end up being who next season? Who do you think has the best statistical season among all the new faces that are going to be under center in the SEC next year?
Do you have a list of the names here that to refresh the listeners, or do you just want me to just go with it?
Just go. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick.
So I'm thinking we got Devin Leary, we got Graham Mertz.
Hold on, let me just get it in front of me so I can so we don't overlap here. Okay, we've got probably, let's go Ty Simpson / Jaden Milroe, Payton Thorne, Graham Mertz, Carson Beck. AJ Swan will still be under center for Vanderbilt. Devin Leary, Joe Milton. We'll say Ole Miss still stays with Jackson Dart. And
I think that's Spencer Sanders for sure.
Okay, well, we'll throw in that, but then Brady Cook's probably starting for Mizzou. Connor Weigman for
Don't sleep on Brady Cook, my guy.
Brutal.
No.
What a weird quarterback room, by the way. Sam Horn, Brady Cook, Jake Garcia in that quarterback room right now. It's a weird one. But of that list, Matt Green, who do you think has the best season of all the newcomers there?
I think Spencer Sanders is a really sneaky answer that could happen.
You're not going to do that.
I'm not going to do that, but I'm just saying, in Lane Kiffin's offense, he's a dual threat guy. I just think I think Matt Corral put up some good numbers for Lane Kiffin as well. I think I got to go Carson Beck on this one because Georgia just feels like so plug and play ready for any quarterback that Carson Beck's a guy who just knows this system so well. He's been waiting his turn. I don't feel like you wait around this long if you can't play at this level. You know what I mean? I think lots of times you transfer after maybe 2 years because you're okay, I need to go somewhere else for playing time. I think this guy knows he can play at Georgia. All we really saw was mop-up duty last year, but he always looked good in the little bit we have seen of him. And for it to be a open competition, 0 career starts among this quarterback room, for it to really be this quiet makes you think Carson Beck, it's not even a question that he's the guy. And so I think Carson Beck is – I think he's going to step in. Mike Bobo is going to pick up where Monken left off. And I think Carson Beck – it's hard to judge statistically because are we playing fantasy sports statistics? Because in that case, I don't think Georgia's going to be playing – I don't think Carson Beck's going to be playing a lot of fourth quarters next year. You know what I mean? I think you're going to see a lot more blowouts. For one, Georgia's going to be really good, but I think the schedule is also – really weak for the most part. So it's hard to judge stats-wise, but I think, we can judge for ourselves how he's playing. And I think Carson Beck is, as far as the newcomer starting quarterbacks, I think he's going to be the best of the group.
Interesting. I went back and forth on this for a little bit because Carson Beck, I think, is a good one. I'll stay away from that one. And part of me is don't be dumb. Don't walk away from the Ty Simpson one where it's are we going to do this? There is a part of me. There's not a strong part, but there is 5% of me that's you could still see Alabama's quarterback, whoever it ends up being the best of this group, where there is something to the Nick Saban offense, overwhelms whatever Tommy Rees is bringing in. The talent's better at receiver. The offensive line's better. I guess there's still a path. I'm not going to do that, but I hesitated. Payton Thorne is actually my sneaky one, where we've seen